Hello, fellow Stitchers. It's Vicky again, StitchNButton, and I'm back for my 59th video. Today is July 1st, and I skipped a couple weeks ago. I just wasn't feeling it. I've been very busy, actually. Tonight, I just finished sewing 91 bags, smalls and standard size, so I've got a big giant stack over here that I now need to make beaded fobs for. And, been really busy. I got bit. Mosquitoes. There are mosquitoes around here. Are the size are the size of hummingbirds. My dog. Gunner's under here. Really? Do you mind? He's chewing on his bone. Now he's not chewing on his bone. Okay. He can lay down for a minute. I'll give it back to him when I'm done. Linda, don't yell at me. It's loud. Okay? Anyway, he's doing good, by the way. He got a new collar. The other one started ripping at the hole, so I had to get him a new collar. I don't want to say he likes it. What do I know? He's not trying to rip it off, so I guess he's okay with it. I mean, I don't speak dog. He's like, man. I've been doing some stitching. I have 2 finishes this time. I have 2 finishes. I've worked on, 4 whips, and I have 2 new starts. Plus, I have some Stitchy Kindness, and I bought some fabric. What can I say? I've got an addiction. Feel it. You feel it, right? Anyway, so let's get on this. I have 2 finishes. Did I iron them? No, I didn't. You know why? Because I'm lazy. So, let's see. I have to grab this. Alright. First one I finished is Miss Dorothy. This is Dorothy's Discovery. I did it in most of the no, I lie. I didn't do it in the called for colors. Some of them. Some. But I tried to get some of the colors, couldn't get some of the colors, didn't like some of the blues, changed it up a bit, and I made Emerald City sparkly. There you go. That's DMC. Am I new here? Not even. I used 2 different DMC colors for the sparkles on Emerald City. I used Onyx from General Arts. It's the wool for Toto. The color I was supposed to use for the eye wasn't working for me because it was supposed to be black in DMC, and it just, you couldn't tell. So I used a little bit of brown from the basket, and I did make his nose black in DMC. It's just not as matted. I used Rainbow Gallery on those fabulous shoes, and I just dubbed, it was already charted. I just did it again instead of the 2017 or 18 that they had in here, and made it 2020. So she's done. She is stitched on, I do have a thing here, it's Heartland, Belfast, 32 count, and that is from PTP. Did you know that Picture This Plus is now called PTP for a reason? That's what I'm hearing. That's why she changed the name wholesale-wise to PTP, not Picture This Plus, for whatever reasons. Whatever, just in case you didn't know. That's what I just found out not too long ago. Really happy with her. She's probably going to be framed. Unless I can come up with some other fabulous finish, she'll be framed. My second finish is Good Friends. Good Friends is from Sue Hillis. I stitched this over 1, and I think I did 2 over 1, believe it or not. And I'm pretty sure this was like a 28 count Lugana. I should have done 1. I did 2. I was too far into it before I realized it was a little bunching up, so I'm not absolutely happy with all the little stitches, but I think it still looks good. I did take out the row of little flowers here because it was like 2 stitches of one color, 1 stitch of another, and then some green. I was not doing all that. So I just pretty much moved everything up and omitted that one line. This, the chart is called Good Friends, and I've already passed it on. I'm pretty sure I passed it on. It's called Good Friends. It's still available. It's from Sue Hillis. And I think it turned out really good. And I'm going to frame this one too. This one needs to be framed. Glad to have that finished. I did both of these in one day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can get these finished. I can get them done. Get them all done. And now I probably won't have another finish for a while. So it goes. Alright. Now on to whips. I actually put some stitches in One Nation. One Nation, as you know, is from Bygone Stitches. This is a big one. It called for Cashel Ale from PTP, 28 count. I am working on 32 count. I'm almost positive this is 32 count. It can't be 36. And I'm not going to use a board, I don't think, because it's just too big. But, this is 32 count, and it's Creek Bed Brown, and I always get them mixed up, so bear with me. It's either Lakeside Linen or R&R, and I can never remember which one it actually is. So, here's One Nation. I actually finished all the blue. Well, okay, all the blue border, because now the only blue I have to do is after I get those stars in is just put the 4 stitches in each star. But I finished all that blue border. This is what it's looking like right now. Pennsylvania, I used a goldish yellow color from Victoria Motto Sampler because that's where I was born and raised. That's my state. The rest are called for colors, which are Antique Lace and Cupid and Blacksmith Blue. So there it is. It's looking good. Maybe I'll get that finished this year. Famous last words. I don't know. Maybe I'll let J Long get hers finished and then I'll finish mine. We'll see if she's still slacking. How about that, J Long? I haven't called you out on this one for a while. Let's see. I'm going to put these away as I go. Because I have got a lot of stuff. It's been a minute since I've been here. Alright. So that's one. Another one I worked on was the dressed monkey on a throne. We call it monkey on toilet. Over in Virtual Stitchers. This one's being done on 18 count. It's like an off-white cream color. It's full coverage, so you're never going to see. I didn't need any kind of fancy fabric for it. I don't remember how many stitches I put in it, but I'm sure it was like a couple hundred of them. And I did a lot of fill-in. I filled in all this stuff up here and started filling in stuff here and coming down. So it's coming along. I'm not in a rush to get it done, so I just work on it when Magical Stitches tells me to, right? Alright, let's see. My next one. This is another one that needs to be finished this year, I think. This is my oldest whip. This is Mirabiliazam in Summer Night's Fairy. I'm doing it with all the called for colors and the called for fabric, which is 32 count Stony Point linen. And her and I have had a love-hate relationship. Right now, I'm hating all the Kreinik, but it is looking good. Let's put a board behind the parts that I stitched anyway. I worked on wing. All wing. I did all this stuff going up in here. And I finished all the little spots in her hair that aren't beads. So she's looking good. This wing comes up a little bit more, and then this wing does the same thing, and then there's... I'm avoiding it because there's Krynic. Well, it's all Krynic, but there's blending filament and cording in it, and that's just a pain to stitch together. It doesn't wear the same, it doesn't stitch the same, it doesn't stretch the same. So it's kind of fiddly, but she's looking really good. Her lips and her eyes are bright. I bet the back stitch is going to make it look that much better. And then I have those leaves to do. So loving her. What else? Oh, there's one I didn't pull out. Hang on, let me get that one. Put her in here. Which one did I do? I worked on animal magnetism also. Where'd it go? It's MIA. I can't lose that again. It's not even funny almost. Because we all knew I lost this once. I forgot I worked on it. Okay, so Animal Magnetism is a charts and charm that's out of print. This is what it looks like. I am not putting those charms. I'm going to figure out something else. I haven't found anything I'm totally in love with, so it'll wait, but I'm not in a rush. It's the last thing that goes on. And because I'm doing it on a colored linen anyway, I'm also not doing those stitches in the corners. Save all that. It doesn't need to be done. And I have been working, I did a good amount on this. This is 4 strands half stitch. Thank you, Dimensions. This is how far I've gotten. Look how good that looks. Okay, so let's do, pull that back there. Look how good that looks. I finished both birds and most of the border. There's 2 borders. There's this little triangular. I'm making up words. Triangular motif going on there. It's almost like a muted Native American look to it. And then it has the straight border. The straight border's done. All that's done. I'm not filling that in. This has just a couple of stitches here and there. I'm trying to get the half stitches in. That's basically creates the globe that's behind them. And you can see here. So all those are half stitches around there. As soon as I can get the half stitches finished around there, around in the elephant and stuff, I want to do some back stitching. I'll get that branch back stitched. I'll get the birds back stitched. The top part of the elephant, I'll get him done because I would rather just do the back stitching as I go along. I mean, this little bit, look how much that little bit does. That just looks great. And I put a wolf because there's a wolf in this one too. See, he's a brown wolf though. So I put this one. And I think it's looking good. I'll get more done eventually. I've been sort of, I don't know, I keep on thinking I want to change up the way I've been stitching, or more like what I've been stitching, not really the way I've been stitching. It's just, I'll have to change that. But just what I was stitching, and if I want to start focusing on something, or if I want to stay sporadic. Usually I just like to stitch on what I want and change it up, but there's times like now where I feel like I might want to just sort of settle on stuff, on one kind of motif or theme or design. every once in a while I get that. I don't know if you can hear when I turn around. Every once in a while I get that way. So I'm thinking of today. It's July 1st, and I think I'm just gonna do Christmas in July. So far, I think I made that decision last night. So I'll have plans in just a minute, but I wanted to show you two more things that I'm stitching. These are the two starts that I had this past month. This one. This is Wizard of Oz, Heaven and Earth Design. I am stitching this 1/1 on 25 count. It's on an easy grid fabric, and I'm actually really liking it because I started in this upper corner. And mind you, I started this because Elisa is Silver Stitcher. She made me do it. I saw hers and I had to. But I started up in this corner, and for once I started hating the corner where I could actually see something sooner than later. Because most of them you get a whole big blob of one color or two colors. Not this time. This time I put in, because of the challenges, I ended up putting 1,013 stitches in. And look, there's tree and a hut. I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, I already see something coming up. So I did a good portion of this already. Now, okay, so there's pages and pages. Don't judge me. I've never finished a whole page of a Hade, and I've got 7 full coverages going on, so I'll get there. And that's another thing I've been debating on whether I want to. I did join Full Coverage Fanatics again. I haven't looked at the group yet to see what kind of challenges they have going on, but I need to because it is July. Although I don't have a full coverage for Christmas. But I could always join something in August, right? Or, I don't know. What am I going to do? What am I doing? I don't know. I feel like I want to finish a page on one of my full coverages because I have so many going on, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like I need some kind of accomplishment on them. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just wasting thread by kitting up and all these fabrics. So I need to get some kind of push on some of these. Alright. The other one. Okay, so I've been using the hashtag follow the Yellow Brick Road Sal for that. Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching and I were talking, and we both do a lot of the Wizard of Oz stuff. So we've decided to use that hashtag. If you want to use it, feel free. Anything Wizard of Oz is good, because I used it on Dorothy's Discovery too. This next one, I started on the 29th, and I got a small start, and I had planned on doing a lot more stitches on it, but then I decided to change my mind. This is, actually 3 hashtags. This came up with the Leap Into a New Start from Virtual Stitchers that we're doing a new start on the 29th of the month, every month in 2020. Because it's a leap year. So a few of us, somebody had said, oh, I'm starting this. I'm like, oh, I have that. And then it got into, now we have a hashtag and a sale. It's called hashtag TW Peacock Sal. And feel free to use it. That's what I'm using on Instagram for it. And it's any Teresa Winsler Peacock. And there's even a free ornament on her website called the Peacock Ornament. It doesn't show a peacock, but I think it's part of the border from the peacock tapestry that she's got. I started the mini. It's the petite peacock and unicorn. I got this one signed from her years ago. It was in King of Prussia, at the Creative Arts and Textile show that they used to have, and she was there, and I got her to sign this one and the other petites one that I have, which I think is Castle and Dragon. So I kitted this up. I knew I was going to do it anyway. I've known it for about a month or so that we were going to start on 29th, so I'd ordered DMC. When I got that DMC order from 3 Stitches, this is what it was for. This and another one. And I made my palette, my blending palette that I do, and I think I'm going to do a video on exactly how I do that, so maybe it will help someone else that has a lot of blends. This one's got about 35 blends, so it's a lot, and it makes it so much harder if you're sitting there constantly pulling one thread from one and one thread from another. So I found a system that helps me. Everybody's got their own different thing, but I think I'll do a video to just show exactly how I do it, and maybe it'll help somebody. There's another hashtag on this, and it's half stitch cross stitch, and it's the TW Sal 2020, hashtag TW Sal 2020 on Instagram, and people are starting Teresa Winsler designs. So if you have a Teresa, I just turned into Elmer Fudd. If you have a Teresa Winsler design that you are stitching, you want to stitch, or you have to go kit up and start right away, feel free to join that stitch along with everyone on Instagram. Hashtag TWSal2020 for any old Teresa Winsler, and hashtag TW Peacock Sal for any peacock from Teresa Winsler. I got this much done. Don't look at, yes, I did carry stitches, but it's going to be totally covered. You'll never see them. And those are 3 blends and 3 non-blends. Just in those few stitches. I think I only got about 100 stitches, and maybe there's quarter stitches in there already. So that's just one little spot of that tree part in there. This needle minder, I made this. This was a pin that I received from my friend Diane. She knows I used to collect a lot of Mary Engelbright. She sent me the pin. I made it into a needle minder because I figured when I bought this pattern, I was collecting Mary Engelbright things, and that needed to go on there. This fabric, I don't know if you can tell, it's a very light blue, and it's just a fabric flare. It's 32 count, and it's the even weave, and I think it's just called blue or baby blue or something like that. You can get that at Stitchery Express. I'm going to write that down so I can link it below. I didn't want anything crazy for this because there's so much going on. So I figured a very light blue just to sort of represent the sky, because that's about all that's going to be showing anyway. And that'll look good. I'm liking it so far. Of course, it's going to be going away because I'm doing Christmas this month. Let me put this away. Just shove it in there for now. All right. Now, my plans. I've decided Christmas in July just to give me some sort of focus. Now, when I say focus, it doesn't mean just one design either, one project. It means one theme, right? So Christmas. Here, I didn't take any of them out, so bear with me. I sort of just piled them on there. First one I'm going to do is I'm going to start this one. This was the second Prairie Schooler Santa that I was going to do. Laurel picked this one for me one night. We were on Virtual Stitchers, and I'm like, okay, I'm done the one. Which one do I want to start next? I showed her the ones that I was willing to start next, and she picked this one, so this is the one I'm going to be doing. Mind you, it calls for a blue, 931 blue. I was not taking a whole skein of blue out for 3 stitches. So what I'll do is when I get to that part, I'll reach for the nearest project that has a blue in it. I'll grab a piece and put some eyes on them. I'm not going to be that picky over it. Here are the colors that I'm using. These are the ones that I've changed my own colors to fit my taste. over what these are. Using, of course, Cupid and Snowball. These are all classic Colorworks. Any over dyes that I'm choosing for this are going to be classic Colorworks. The skin is going to be Rosy Glow because that matches more my skin. Steamed Broccoli for the greens and Trail Dust for the browns. Those are the ones I'm keeping them going. Now, I also needed a very little bit of DMC 611. So I just pulled a piece out. I'm not going to need too much of it. It's only for the swirls on the sheep because the other one, the staff is the Trail Dust. These are being done on 32 count Dirty U from Dames of the Needle. I had her send me a half yard, which is a little bit different color than the older stock because of the way the linen is now. They changed the linen on her, but I still like the color either way, so I'm willing to go with it. If you can see that there's a difference between the two colors there. This one's got a little bit browner tone than this one. This one seems like to be a little bit greener tone or gray tone, but I like it. So this one will be started next. I have other ones that I can start during my July Christmas. I didn't pull the chart out. This one is from Needle Bling Designs, and it's called Christmas Eve Ride. Got it. Christmas Eve Ride. From Needle Bling Designs. This is still available, so if you like it, get it. It's really cute. It's pretty simple, and I really like it. I ordered it as soon as I saw it. I had to get it. And this is Fabric for You, and I think this was a fabric that I ordered from eBay a few years ago. It's got sort of a stormy, darker night sky look to it. It's pretty spot on. I'm loving this iPad. I think it looks great. And I ended up getting some of the church and the one reindeer done last year when I was working on a challenge on something. Something for one of those group things, one of those. Clear as mud. Very descriptive. But this is also one that I'd like to get some progress on because it shouldn't take that long. Now, it is charted to have white dots, which you really can't see in the picture. There you go. I'm not doing that. I am not putting one here, one there, one there. Teresa done lost her mind. She thinks I'm doing that. I'm not even going for the beads. I don't even care. He don't need snow. I don't get white Christmases. How come he gets one? Another one that I can work on that's already started is Winter Wonderland. Okay, try this again. There's the Mill Hill. I started this last year, or maybe the year before. I can't even remember. I didn't date it. And that's how far I've gotten. Let me get this. It's 3 strands, so it's a little bit of a pain to stitch on. And, excuse me. And I guess I'm just, I don't know why I'm not just getting it done, because it shouldn't take that much longer, right? There's going to be a lot of white stitches around the outside. I know I had stopped for a little bit because I was getting close to the edges, and I had a different set of stretcher bars on this. They were thicker. I think they were about 1 inch wide, and I was able to order minis, what's considered the mini stretcher bars, and they're only a 1/2 inch wide, and I'm pretty sure that's going to give me all the room I need to get all the way around to the edges. I ordered the stretcher bars, the mini stretcher bars I was able to get from the whole Stitching Caboodle. You can let her know what size you need and she will get them. And these particular ones are 6x6. And you have to order 2 sets. Each set, it's 2 pieces. And obviously that's so you can do a 6x10, a 5x7, whatever. But if you want 6x6 for something like this, you're going to have to order the 2 sets of 6x6 minis. Make sure you say minis. And she can get them for you. They're only a couple dollars a set. So for the whole entire thing, it may cost $5 plus shipping. I don't think that's bad. And I ordered tacks. The tacks come with a little pry bar to pry these up. And I love it. It's making stitching on these a lot better. Unfortunately, there aren't small enough stretcher bars for the ornaments. But, hey, ornaments are a lot smaller. You only have to hold them for a little while compared to one of these larger ones. Which I have some here. So, let's say I'm stitching on those and I decide I want to do something else. Or I finish Winter Wonderland and I need to be sadistic and start another Mill Hill. I also have this winter one. And that cardinal is not stitched in there. It's just a button. And they gave me... I'll open it up. I'll crinkle for you. They gave me a ceramic button. And it's cute. But I have, from just another button company, one of the cardinals that I'd rather put in there. So I pulled this out and put it in this kit with it. That way it's all together and I remember, because I do things and then I totally forget. It's like a squirrel. Alright, now, if I don't feel like starting another big one, I still have this little one. This is pretty much full coverage. All that blue is stitched. I'm pretty sure. Yep. All the blue around Frosty is stitched. But it is cute. I really like that. And I'll make that into an ornament. So, those. And then there's one more that's a potential for this month. I act like I'm going to finish all the things, right? I'll be lucky if I even get a finished, let alone run out. But I also have this one. This is so cute. This is a Sue Hillis, and it's I don't. It's a post stitches, but I think it's just named Too Tight. Oh, Too Tight. It's the whole entire thing. So there you go. Oh, Too Tight, and basically she just tightened his. Do you mind? You okay? Thank you. Alright, so she popped his head off, and I love it. So this one, I kitted up, and I'm using this fabric, this linen, this color, for it. And I think I chose all different colors. I did. There's some DMC in here, but here's, this is the color that's going to be for his hat. And there's white and back stitching on it, so I think I'll be alright with it. And this is going to be for her hat. This is his hat and scarf, and that's her hat. And then I pulled DMC for it. Alright, now, what's next? I got stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff this past month. I need to stop shopping. That's what I need. let's go on with Stitchy Kindness. Now, I am not going to mention a name because she'd rather not. It was very generous, and she just didn't want to be named on Flosstube, and that's fine. Totally respect that. But I received some great stuff. Alright. I received Celtic Christmas. I love that work in her dress. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a pain in the ass to stitch. But I love the work in her dress. I also received the full kit of Lady and the Tramp. Look how cute that is. This is one of my favorites. There's a couple of Disney. I'm not Disney everything, but there are a few Disney movies that really stand out. This one I always thought was really cool. I love it. This cat. I just think it's cute. It's one of those artistes. Is that what they call them? But I just thought it was cute. Then there's this one. I think it's lavender and lace, if I'm not mistaken. Marin, yeah, it's definitely Marilyn Levitt in Bloom. Oh, Told in the Garden. I'm wrong. Well, she had both lavender and lace and Told in the Garden. That one. This advent calendar I think is cute. I think they give you all the instructions to do each individual one. And then they also give you instructions on how to do them different. And all the beads and buttons are with it. And then there's Pinocchio. Not Pinocchio. The whole kit. And Cinderella. Cinderella is definitely one of my favorite stories. And then there's another Mill Hill. This one's called Joy to the World. I think that's great. And Hot Cocoa Sampler. This one's Casey Bonagorio. I think that's cute. Frosty Feast. Those birds. I wonder if those birds are over one. I think they are. Oh, what did I do to myself? Yep, every last one of the birds are 1 over 1. Why do I do these things to myself? Cricket Collection. This one's Trick or Treat. Look how adorable. Oh, it's starting to rain. I was wondering what that noise was. Alright, this one is The Wrong Side of the Tracks, Bubba's Bail Bonds. There's another half to this that I need to get. Because this one is only the bail bonds and the car behind the fence. I want to get the other side. I want to get the other two. Oh, this is part 4 of 4 in a series. Part 4. Apparently, I've got 3 more parts to get now, don't I? Alright. Count your blessings. This too shall pass. It's a saying my mom used to say, and I think that would look cute. I think it'd look even cuter if I used some over-dyed floss. Count your blessings. 4 seasons. Gotta love a good seasonal. I think it'd be really cute to finish these different. Then Spooky House. Spooky House by X's and O's. That's a big-ass moon. That is a beast of a moon. I wonder if it's all one color. I wonder... Oh, I think they do it in glow in the dark. It's out of their brain. That moment when you watch the realization of number 4 braid glow in the dark grapefruit. I wonder how many you need. Work the moon full stitch where possible, then backstitch branches and house details over top of the full stitches. A large quantity of glow-in-the-dark grapefruit is required for this project, approximately 10 spools. Really? However, to reduce the amount of glow-in-the-dark floss needed, the moon may be stitched with DMC 712 or a crew, and if you still want glow-in-the-dark effect, add glow-in-the-dark blending filament instead of braid. Oh, instead of using a braid that's easier to work with, but you need 10 spools, let's use some blending filament that'll send you to the loony bin instead on this big-ass moon. Ooh, I wonder if I could do the 712 on it and then sort of use some glow-in-the-dark and spots to make it look like the moon's got, you know, like moon craters. There's possibilities there, guys. All right. Then there's this kit. Jim Shore. I think it's like a 12 Days of Christmas Santa. Let me see, because it didn't give me a name on the outside part. And I think when I opened it up, it did. Yeah, it's called 12 Days. And basically, it's all that. And it comes with the Ada. I probably won't use the Ada. But I think that's really cool. I wouldn't mind just... I was going to say doing him, and that totally is not something anybody should say. I wouldn't mind just stitching the Santa and leaving the rest out. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. I just think I love the curls in his beard. And that doesn't even look like a Santa sack. That looks like a merce. It's like a man purse right there going on. Santa's got a merce. Alright. That's a Design Works kit. Yeah, she gave me all this. Are you like flabbergasted? Bright and Merry Santa from Sisters and Best Friends. I think it's cute. That's a massive beard. Well, you could do it in fuzzy stuff. Or I could cut it out just right out of like white wool and applique it on. It's not going to happen because I'm too damn lazy, but I'll stitch it instead. And then I got Santa Be Good. It says, I said be good. Who messed up that poor little sheep down here? He looks all verklempt. What is going on? Is that a sheep? I think, yeah, it is a sheep. Alright, and then welcome Goblins. This is a Sweetheart company. I think that's cute. It comes with these massive buttons. My goodness. It's going to be cute, though. I'm not getting that frame. I'm not looking for it. I'm not going to try to buy it. Alright, and Biltmore House. This one. And then I got a couple of Marty Bells because she was showing them like, ooh. So if I decide not to stitch any of these Marty Bells, I may do a giveaway. But there's a couple of them I really like that aren't all flowers. This one, I like it, but it's on my iffy. This one I think I want to definitely stitch though. I love the mirrored scene on the water. Then there's Black Cats and Flying Bats by Blue Ribbon Design. This is really cute. And now I can't make a decision whether I want to do it like that, or 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 like that. And then there's Afraid of the Dark by Blue Ribbon Design. I think that's great. Look at that house. I wonder what the house is stitched in. Might be barn gray. That's one of the colors on the back. Alright. That was a massive package. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I've got some putting away to do. Alright. Almost done, guys. Hang in there. It's been a month. Deal with it. I was able to get in on the Mystic Fabrics sale, and I was able to buy a piece of, let's see, it's Dreamy Lugana Opal 32 count, 18 by 27. So it's a fat quarter. And that's coming up a little bit bluer than it actually is. It's a little bit greener than that, but it's really cool. I think this needs one of the mermaids on there, personally. So I think this needs a Mirabilia mermaid. I received 2 months worth of my fabric of the month from the Fabric Party. This one is called Scorched Rock. It's 32 count even weave is what I get for the regular monthlies. This one has a little bit of sparkle in it. That's pretty cool. I don't know that it looks like a scorched rock. Let me see. But it's definitely got a rustic look to it. Let's see. So I like that one. And then there's this one. This one's called Old Feather. And I don't know. It's not just a regular feather. It looks like basically they took peacock feathers and put a brown or sepia filter on it. I think it's cute though. I think that's pretty cool. But wait, there's more. If I could figure out how to fold stuff. Hang on. Alright. This. And then I ordered Victoria Motto threads. I've been on their monthly for a while now. And then I keep on hearing great things about her fabric, so I decided to order the fabric. I have not received the first month that I ordered. It was supposed to come after my threads. It did not come. She had some issues with notifications and stuff, so we're still working on that. But I did get my monthly threads and fabric this time. This is the fabric, and that's looking a little bit greener than it actually is. In real life, it's sort of an olivey color. Yeah, I said, okay, so this looks like a grassier green. What I'm looking at looks like more like a brownie green, like an olivey green, and it's lighter. Here are the threads, though. We've got Coffee Cream, oops, Purple Splendor, Orange Poppy. These are showing pretty good. Minted Green Tea. Royal Red. That's a really nice red. And this bright, soft glow. It's kind of bright. It's a little bit brighter than... It is a little softer in real life. It's like a soft yellow. Alright. Not too much more. Nobody claimed that heart giveaway chart that I offered last time, so I'm just going to leave it for now. But I do have another one that I'm going to give away in a minute. Okay, so I did some Etsy chart buying. Basically, some of them were... A couple of them were new that I just need to have. And a couple of these are charts to help stores. So, this one is A Time to Sew. This is from Teresakogut. She did designs to help the shops. I think they're $10 a piece, and the proceeds will go to the shops at the end of the year. It's to help during the COVID closing. This one goes to Keepsakes, so I had to get that one. And then this one goes to 3 Stitches, and this one's called Titmouse. think that's cute. And then I had to buy this one. I thought this was really cool. And this one goes to Heart's Desire in Wichita, Kansas. And I have to kit this one up. I want to kit that one. Teresakogut, such a sweetheart. Alright, then I saw this Pilgrims of Plymouth from Twin Peaks Primitives and had to get it. I think that's gorgeous. Love those flowers. And I have my needle minder ready. I actually I had these custom made, and they are available in my Etsy and on my Facebook group and on my Instagram. So if you're interested in the Mayflower needle minder, just hit me up and I can get that out to you. I have to kit this one up too. I think I'd like to start this maybe in November. I'm not sure. I'm going to get that going. And then Lori from notforgottenfarm, she came up with these 2 big old strawberries. They're like hand size, and I love them. So I went and got them. Patriotic Strawberry Pin Keep. Her stuff is 20% off for a while now on Etsy, and this was a PDF, so I was able to get 20% off and print it out right away. So if you're interested, go get you one. This one's the Patriotic Pin Keep, and then this is the Sewing Pin Keep. What you can't see here is there's like a bobbin and stuff like that on the sides, and they're really cute. I really think those are adorable. Not sure when I'm starting them. This one, I am going to kit up sooner than later. I'm waiting on the fabric. I was looking for a perfect fabric. I couldn't quite find one, but I have a friend of mine sending me a piece that's going to work. And this is a lady named Ella. This is a fundraiser. There are 3 different places where you can donate. And it's from Ingleside Imaginarium. You have to go to her website, I do believe, to get this. I will find the link that I got it from and put it in the box below. Basically, you donate whatever you can afford to one of the 3 places. You email her with a screenshot of the confirmation that you made the donation. And she will send you the chart. A friend of hers, Ebony, is a fashion designer. And this is one of her renderings. And besides what it's for, I also love the rendering. You know, so there's a dual purpose in me purchasing this, because my mom was in costume so long, so I've seen lots of renderings, so it brings back memories of being in the costume shop. Now, she wanted to release this before she was able to finish stitching it, so this is what it's looking like so far. It is the full dress. The chart is the full dress, and I think it's going to look stunning. I think she needs to be on a really rich color, a rich red, a rich purple, something that's rich, something that brings her out, and I think that's definitely going to do it. Anyway, so that is the end of that. Now, I had a couple more things I wanted to talk about. One thing is, I did get some more needle minders in the shop and the Facebook. I got the Mayflower. I was also able to get in some Baby Yodas with the frog in his mouth, and a Wonder Woman. So those are available now. Also, talking to a couple of my designer friends, I've heard more than once that they've been getting harassed because they don't offer conversion for their overdyed threads. There's a lot of designers actually out there that will design with overdyed threads, and they don't offer a conversion on the chart. They've been getting flack for it, and I just wanted to put it out there, just give you a different perspective. There's a couple of reasons why they don't do it. One of them is a lot of times the overdye people supply, whether it be Gentle Arts or Weeks Dye Works or Color and Cotton, you know, those type of things. So usually when it's donated to them for designing purposes, they want you to use it. Doesn't mean you have to. I mean, it's yours to do with whatever you want. That being said, their conversion charts out there. I mean, it doesn't take much to put in General Arts to DMC and find 5 or 6 conversion charts out there. I know Weeks Dye Works actually has a conversion chart right on theirs to DMC. So there's charts out there where, honestly, the designers don't deserve to get the flack that they get for it. Also, paper costs money, ink costs money, and when they figure out you know, some designers always do in a half size, some always do in a full size, some do in a smaller. When they have their format for their designs, sometimes the real estate isn't there to put in a conversion. It would add on an extra piece of paper and extra ink and stuff like that. And you still want to be able to afford to buy these items, but so you don't want them to, you want them to do more, but you don't want to pay more. So think about it. You know, every time you have to do an extra thing, that's extra time, that's extra everything, but nobody wants a hike in the price for it. And I know there's designers that do it automatically, and that's great for them. But these are a few of the reasons on why they don't do it. And it just doesn't, giving them a hard time is not helping you or them, and there's just frustration where there doesn't need to be frustration. There's enough frustration out in this world right now that you don't need to think of one more thing, honestly. I mean, really, with so many, there's so many different venues out there where you can go to and find these conversion charts, and or use your brain, figure it out, look up the color. Maybe you have a better color. You know, it doesn't take much. So I just wanted to put that out there. Also, that's it. That's all I got for that. I do want to do a giveaway. It's another small chart. It was a freebie that I got, but I'm not going to stitch it. And I'm showing the corner because it's the chart right there. I don't know who the designer is. I received it. Oh, I know who the designer is. It says Amy. That means it's Amy Brucken. Okay. So, Amy Brucken. I'm going to write it down. Just so you know. Anyway, this was a freebie that I got at Galleria. I don't think I'm going to stitch it. So I'd rather share it with somebody that would. And since I'm doing this whole Christmas in July thing, I figured now would be a good time, because this will just go right into an envelope that I have that'll fit and be able to be popped in the mail. I even have international stamps. So if you would like to stitch this piece, I think is also something that we need. There are a lot of things going on. A lot of people are upset about a lot of things, and not saying it's not warranted. It's definitely warranted on a lot of fronts. But it'd be nice if we could have some of this, right? So if you're interested, make a comment with the word piece. I will do a keyword piece. And I'm going to make sure I write it down. Keyword piece. And my next video, I'll do it. Although, if I do that little tutorial video, that it won't be in that. But my next regular video, I will do a drawing for it and send it out. So maybe you can start a Christmas piece, or later on. I don't think it would take too long to stitch up. I don't know what the total stitch size is. Was that 35 by 40? 45? Not bad. It's a smaller piece, and it's cute. So, that's all I've got. I've got lots of beading to do. I will not start that tonight. It's already late. Tomorrow, definitely we'll start the beading process. So I hope everybody's well. And don't forget, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. You want to go out? Just sit. You ready to go out? You want to go out? Yes? Yes?